so it is there in theta. Ooh. Recently, it was decided that the ARC project become Pathos 2's last official commitment. The staff is urged to carry on with their duties despite Earth's catastrophic conditions, well, apocalyptic conditions. I think the ARC project is most logical step towards saving mankind, and that we should spend as much time and resources needed to complete it. Do we strongly agree, disagree, or strongly disagree?
You need to look within your soul. How do you feel about the ARC project?
I mean, it's an interesting way to quote unquote save mankind. It's not really saving mankind, it's saving the mind of mankind. I guess that would be like agree, but not strongly or agree. To
All right.
embark, every passenger needs to be flushed with electromagnetism using a pilot seat. These scan sessions are known to cause nausea and headaches, sometimes lasting up to 3 days. I think temporarily physical discomfort, no matter how severe, is a small price to pay to save mankind. I mean, sure. Because if you're gonna
Okay.
do it, yeah. The Ark is built to fit a Ranger MK567 probe, meaning it could be shot into space with the Omega space gun and technically survive for thousands of years. Living off the light from our sun and distant stars, I think the Ark should leave Earth behind and launch into space. I mean, like, if there is other life out there, I guess it would be a way for them to find it. But, like, if anybody does survive on Earth, because there's always bound to be someone that survives on the surface, like, it might be more useful for it to be found on Earth. I wish there was, like, a middle ground.
I mean, I think that you can wipe humanity off the face of the earth. That's an option. There might be no one left to find it in the future. But it
True.
might be safer on the earth so that they can continue to live out their lives for a longer period of time than floating in space where you can get hit by debris.
Right? There's a lot more like chance because yeah, you can't predict that, a little bit of some space dust is going to come and murderize your thing.
Right, you're more vulnerable, I think, floating around in space than gathering sediment at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, or like even if you just put it on the surface because like from what it said it was an asteroid and like I mean, asteroid took out the dinosaurs, but there was still something left afterwards. So
Right?
like,
Yeah. So like maybe in millions of years there'll be more intelligent life.
right? So like to have it on Earth I feel like would be a better idea than aimlessly in space.
Yeah, I think that the what the question's trying to say is like um not so much safety, but do we think that there's a greater chance of being found out in space to act as a legacy for mankind? And
uh
honestly, both seem infinitesimally small, so it doesn't matter to me.
and to me I feel like it's more likely for something to have developed back on Earth than to find something maybe out in the stars when we might be the only ones in our galaxy and it would have to go past that to find something else. Like, I'm gonna disagree. The digitalization of humanity is an opportunity to make a quantum leap in our own evolution. The people inside the Ark will, out of necessity, be generated from existing genetic code, but could be altered to allow for cosmetic changes, ease aging, and even prevent death. I think we are at risk of losing our humanity if we were to rid ourselves of disease and our morality. I mean, there's both things on there because, like, they're gonna be a computer program, but if it's how they're making it out to be like a normal life, normalcy is going to be death, but like, can you just like kill off the person in the code and you can't really reproduce? So that kind of fucks with what a human is in a sense. So you'd either have to be like everlasting or find some way to code in death and birth.
I think that we don't know what would happen if disease and mortality were removed from the equation. And so we can't say that that risks our humanity. It depends on how you define humanity. And, are those changes necessarily going to be a bad outcome?
Yeah.
So I think that it's weird to code in death when we're trying to save humanity.
Yeah, like the whole idea of humanity from like things I've read is like the whole point of the life cycle is to better guess society in every cycle of life in a sense. So like if you don't have any drive to actually improve, that kind of removes what being human is all about, I guess.
We don't have the ability to make these choices, so we've never tested it and we can't know. We can only
Yeah.
philosophize. And I don't feel like, you know, if you're human, maybe you can code from inside there. Maybe you can change it if it's not working out.
Yeah. That's the
I
whole,
might,
like, did they leave an option to somehow be able to fiddle with the code while inside there? Or, like, is it just you're a computer program running in a set?
that would be smart. Yeah, it would be smart to allow them. It's like having, a government where you can change the constitution later.
Yeah.
It would be smart to allow them to make decisions later. Maybe that existence becomes miserable after a couple thousand years and people don't want to do it. And if you don't allow for death, they don't have any option for escape.
Yeah, and that could, in any human mind, that could cause you to go freaking crazy. But, like,
Right.
they wouldn't be able to necessarily evolve if they can't change what they're in. So if they're not able to change any of the code inside, then they're not actually just evolving. They're just stagnant.
Well, they won't know if they need to, like, we can't have this discussion with the designers anymore. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I would say just on general principle that I personally disagree because we don't know what the end result would be. And without a type of testing, we can't force death and mortality on people.
Yeah, 'cause, every person's different. Yeah, it's one of those like, wish there was a middle button. But yeah, gonna have to go with that.
Yeah, like maybe we should talk about options button.
Yeah, like, middle. There are only 58 people left alive to be stored inside the Ark. A way to diversify and expand the population would be to introduce artificial intelligences that would be in every way appear to be human, but with childlike and naive sensibilities. As we continue to explore the nature of intelligence, we might find a way to make them smarter in the future. I think even an inferior group of artificial people would benefit. I do not. Because if you create an inferior group, that's just going to cause, well, racism in a sense. Even if it's an artificial person, it's going to cause, like, rifts.
I think that there will be a perceived difference, and you want more people to talk to and more to interact with, but these groups are never going to be equal. They're never
Yeah.
going to see themselves as the same if you do that. Not because one is slower or faster than the other, but just because you have created a difference, like you were saying.
Yeah, if you create this difference, it's already gonna cause an issue. If you make them like a normal person in this group, then it would be more apt to be able to interact with them, even with the differences, but with a more equal playing field in a sense.
Yeah. I think that if we had the whole world, and there were more options available to us for how to handle situations that arise, I would absolutely want to explore artificial intelligence.
Yeah,
It's a different form of life, and that's cool. But doing it in a capsule is
with
like,
only, 58 people.
yeah, it's like taking a tiny terrarium and being like, what if I introduce spiders? It's probably,
A bad
gonna
idea.
unbalance your little biosphere right there.
Yeah. And especially when it's the last of humanity, you really don't want to, like, experiment with something like
Mhm.
this. So I think I'd actually strongly disagree with this. Thank you for participating. This is how you colleagues voted. Oh, well, cool.
Wow, people are actually okay with dying. I was just like, we don't know, so let's give ourselves options.
Yeah. Artificial evolution. Oh, we were kind of in the middle ground, I suppose. The Eternity Among Stars. People apparently really wanted that. I think that's more of the, like, the dreamy sort of, oh, that would be a cool concept, and didn't really think very hard on it.
Well, I think with Eternity Among the Stars, strongly agreeing is agreeing that you want death, because she was like, she posed
That's
it
true.
as, should we still have mortality? So if you agree, it's like, we want to die. No, we would like that.
Yeah.
And I disagree because I'm like, let's give ourselves options and see how it works later.
And we were actually in the majority of this. It was pretty, like, evenly spread out, but, like, more people disagreed with that than they agreed. I mean, I guess there was more technically, but, like, between all of them.
Or maybe that was the artificial evolution. Oh, right. Eternity Among the Stars was, do we launch it in space?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that one. Okay, I got myself confused.
Yeah, I think
I
this
mean,
was the death
maybe
one.
as an energy source, it's a longer energy source than under the ocean.
True, but like under the ocean, they are using the Earth's thermal energy, and that's only going to run out when the Earth dies, which would still be a
Oh, yeah.
long ass time.
That's a good point, yeah.
Yeah, so that would be still more reliable than like, some random event happening in space that you couldn't have foreseen.
Yeah.
It'd be easier to predict, the Earth than it would be out there.
So the mortality one is another pretty even split.
Yeah, this one.
The pain for gain is it okay to have headaches and stuff from the MRI?
Oh, yeah, right. So that would be this one, right?
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be, do we keep disease and mortality?
Yeah, that one was pretty. It was either like agree, but not necessarily strongly agree, or strongly disagree, but not necessarily disagree. That's
Right,
interesting.
right. That was really fun. We got to talk some deep stuff.
Yeah, that was definitely a deep thought. Scoot you over. Scoot.
Huh? Wait, this isn't... Oh, no! Wow got to the Dunbat before we did. Am
Oh
I
yeah,
right?
she didn't
Well, it
witness
was
that whole
talking.
thing.
That's rarely a good sign.
Damn it. The Dunbat was our best shot. I was really banking on this to work.
Come on, we can't quit now. There's gotta be another way. How do you think you did it? How did the team get the Ark down the abyss in the first place?
If they didn't use the Dunbat, the only other way would be the climber at Omicron. It's like an elevator which supposedly reaches all the way down into the abyss.
Okay, so we do that. We go to Omicron and take the elevator.
Yeah, okay. Sure. We'll just head over to Omicron and hope there's a power suit that fits you. So you don't implode while in the abyss.
That does sound useful.
Alright, let's go then. Wait, what is this place? Seems to be a lot of information on the Ark here. There's a prototype and everything.
Okay.
Let's start it up. I want to see how it works. Maybe we can figure out how to get on the Ark.
So like, load us onto the Ark. She should
You
already
didn't
be
know
in
how to
there.
Get us on?
How difficult could it be?
I think she wants to be on there.
But there might already be one of her on there. So that's like,
Right. But it's not her because it doesn't have her memories of living here.
yeah. It's one of those, you'd be a different person thing.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some codes. Prep arc with signal transmitter. Power packs, tools, first aid kit, extra oxygen, permissions.
Wow, that's so cool. It's the whole gang.
Aw.
Crew photo? Really? What were you
Nerds.
saving this for? The world was dead.
Thanks, Simon. I thought being an asshole wasn't invented until the 22nd century. Now I know better.
I love how our character flops between being like super optimistic and like very pessimistic. Oh, this is the thing on the power suit. How to use. Alrighty.
That's Phi, alright. Quick stop at Omicron, then Tau, then Phi.
Let's do it.
Okay, well we got a long ways to go still. Oh, so this is like a prototype over here.
Oh, do we have to move her over?
I think we have to find a way to boot it up. Ooh, another picture.
Picture.
The Ark doesn't even look that bulky. This is gonna be easy.
You haven't heard of the concept of jinxing, have you?
Sorry, I forgot your people were superstitious.
Oh, she's still salty.
Right? Oh, we can like bop that around. Huh. Wet out there. Oh yeah, I think we like trapped ourselves. What's this thing?
What's this thing?
Oh,
That's just a compound examiner. Coster uses it to investigate structural integrity in payload frameworks.
Of course.
Could you fit inside it? If I knew what you were made of, it would be a hell of a lot easier to figure out how to get into the Ark.
Try.
Alright, let's go bombard ourselves with radiation.
Bit of a tight fit.
Can you reach the on switch?
No. Ooh, it's like a CAT scan, just standing
Should I
up.
be worried about radiation?
I think we're beyond that. Interesting. You seem to be one with the diving suit you're wearing. Everything's meshed together.
How's that gonna work with the suit we're picking up at Omicron?
I think they're bigger. You should be able to wear them both.
Imogen. Who's that?
It looks like the basis for your body is one of my old colleagues. A standard Cortex chip for robots, including the data reader and the Ocute torch, has just been forced through the skull.
What?
Structure gel has fused the whole construction together. Amazing stuff.
No, hold on, back up. I'm one of your old colleagues?
Well, your body is. Imogen Reed.
That's disgusting.
Hey, don't say that. She was nice to me. Anyway, the Cortex chip is good news. That means we can transfer your mind to the Ark with a pilot seat.
Kath, I'm half a dead person.
Yes, it makes sense. Think about it. All those simplistic minds we've run into, just reviving a dead person doesn't seem to work that well. A robot body seems to make people a bit unreliable. You are the best of both worlds. A sound mind and a sound body.
At least we know how to get on the Ark.
Sort of. I understand the concept, but I don't know the specifics. I really wish we could figure out how the scan data is formulated and processed.
So we're like half a dead person, half a robot.
I did not do that in my playthrough. I had no idea.
I didn't see anybody use the scanner either. I didn't know that was a thing. Should we touch the butt? I feel like we should, but like...
I'm still upset about that. That's upsetting. We're in someone else's body.
Right? But like, we overrid their mind in a sense, it seems. Like, maybe
Yes.
they were one of those robot things that were just stuck in a loop and we got just like bopped in there.
I mean, that means the WoW uploaded our personality to whatever device is in her head and then crushed it into her skull and knitted it together. I'm sure
Right?
she was dead beforehand, but that would be so disturbing to me. I don't want to take over someone else's body.
Right? Well, you probably even overtook their mind. Yeah. They were probably
Alright.
still alive.
I don't know that they were. But I mean, I guess, you know.
I mean, from what we've seen, well, they might have not been like technically alive, but that whole kind of
Yes. Yeah,
there.
that.
Yeah. I feel like we might have to touch something.
I think we need to move her over there. We'll see if she yells when we take her
Start
out.
an ARC simulation. I want to see how it works. Get an ARC simulation going.
Oh, okay, I guess not then. Oh, there we go.
I mean, it's just the ARC locator documents and the survey. There's no like startup thing here. Because I think we're supposed to do it on here, but there's no device connected. Do we literally just have to like pick up one of these again? Plugging something in. And since we can pick these up, I feel like
I
we
wonder
need
if
to.
Catherine thinks about this. Like, she's just watching us playing with dogs.
Right? They're like, oh my god, why?
Jesus, I told you to start an ARC simulation 5 times. What are you doing?
And you're
And
like,
just
I
blah, 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 blah.
don't know how to start.
I worked in a comic book shop, not a lab.
Right? It's like it's in the situation of like she could tell us a little bit more information on what to do instead of like
I know.
leaving it to guess.
Like, she seems so sure we're gonna get it, and instead we're just, playing Snake with the...
Right?
Yeah.
Oh wait, this was open and then I shut it, so I think it plugs in there.
Oh my gosh, you were right. Okay.
Bam! Now it's connected. Well, yeah. Oof. Please reduce... Oh. Well, now we have to choose things to get rid of.
Maybe we should talk to her first.
Yeah, we're many terabytes over.
Get an arc simulation going.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for the help, Catherine.
Right? Do you care about what I'm deleting? Well, I feel like we should keep the physics of things. I mean, we could get rid of clouds.
We could get rid of advanced vegetation for 24 terabytes.
It's true. And, like, I mean, clouds is 82, and, like, you could just pretend it's a cloudless day.
We could get 259 terabytes by not doing the forest scene. All the way on the bottom, yeah.
Oh, it won't let me click that one. Apparently, we have to leave the scenes. What's this? Package Soma hum.
Soma's body,
Oh.
right? Like somatic? Yeah, so it's the human body.
Oh,
Probably
I
won't leave those.
probably want that. Oh, there's a lake, noon. We can get rid of a chair that's 18. I mean, I feel like you don't need a chair.
It's like those video games where you can't sit.
So with this, we'd be able to give them a chair. Or a boat.
Yeah.
No, not a boat. They can't have a boat. Maybe a bench? We could have a bench and a chair with this.
Oh, alright, we should do it. You know, seating options are really important.
So a bench and a chair. And we can give them some basic vegetation. Can we give them... No, not foliage. Alright, well that's what they can have. Guess that's
Yeah.
it. They don't get much.
Try loading a dummy scan. Shouldn't be that difficult. I just want to make sure I understand how the scan data is formulated before we start messing around with the real arc. Run the simulation and then hit
Right
pause
up
while the
there.
code is running. It'll give me a cross-section of the process.
You can actually load dummy. Feel like we should do that instead of torturing someone.
I mean, we could torture ourselves if we wanted. Is that morally okay?
Guess? Oh, I can't. I was like, can you add more? I'm pretty sure it's loaded all of them. Oh, I don't know what that does. Okay, we ran the simulation. It's going. Did we
Yeah, we should talk to her. Be like,
Yeah.
hey.
see if she's gonna
Load the
actually...
dummy and pause the simulation while it's active.
Oh, okay.
Then we can run diagnostics and see how it operates.
Now we
We
need
need
to
to pause while the dummy is loaded, otherwise I can't know if it's working or not.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it right now.
Right? It's loaded. Right?
Yeah, just pause it.
No, try again. The dummy needs to be loaded when you pause.
Okay, the dummy's not loaded apparently.
I mean, these are going too fast for us. Oh, it just said dummy.
You need to catch it while it's being loaded.
Oh, you have to do it while it says dummy on the thingy.
Try
That is
pausing
really
it when the
fast.
dummy is
Ugh.
loaded.
Oh, you have to be shitting me, Catherine.
Right? Well, how about you do this? You're in charge of the computer.
You and your no hands. Wait, turn the percent down, and maybe that'll slow it.
Oh my god, okay. Ha. Oh my god. Okay.
Yes, of course. So precise, so perfect.
Nothing like
Is
admiring your own work.
What? Oh, right.
Alright,
We done here? Can we go to Omicron and get my new suit now?
Yeah, we should get going.
Want to bring this arc as a backup?
No, that wouldn't work. This is just a prototype.
Good. I prefer to travel light.
Let's go. Don't forget to take me with you.
Nah, we'll just leave you plugged in here. We could just leave this running. I'm gonna leave it running.
Yeah, I approve.
The dummy can just have the simulation forever. I feel like we're gonna be going through that door because we came through here, but I feel like I kind of want to touch the butt.
Oh, Oh, you and
But
the
I
butt touching.
feel like we should save the butt in case something tries to eat my butt.
Yeah.
I feel like that thing's gonna be
Speaking
there.
of butt touching, if you found out that you had been loaded into someone else's body, that poor person, but who was a different biological sex than you, would you want to feel up your junk?